Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here, oh my gosh, and this will be a recording. So, today, let's see, give an update of what's been going on in May and what's coming up in June. May been a hard month. I must be honest, was it May we lost a kitty? Yes, we lost our kitty, 15 and a half years. I talked about that. I've been doing some reading, but I've been struggling a lot. I cannot sleep. The last couple of weeks have been really rough, and it is catching up with me. I can fall asleep in my chair in the middle of the afternoon, but I go lay down to go to bed, and I can't sleep. It can be menopause. It can be stuff on my mind, stressful things, and I think it's probably most likely a little bit of both. So, and book reading. I told you I had a couple of book reads for the summer. I had Graham Hancock's America Before, which is extremely interesting. I got that far on it. I haven't been reading in Saja Popham's Evolutionary Herbalism yet because it's very heady and I'm working on this tome. I think this is going to go first, and then that book will be second part of the reading. What else is new? I'm working very hard to clean out my spinning, sewing, computer, craft, painting room, which used to be my dad's bedroom. And a lot of his stuff was still there. I started cleaning it. I never got any help from my mother when she was able to do stuff like that. So it's kind of, if I want something done, I have to do it. So I'm working on that. 2 shelves, 2 bags of garbage, 2 boxes of stuff for the swap shop. No kidding. So I'm working on that so that if my local peeps want to have a reading by me, then I have a nice space in the house that's away from mom, and she can still watch TV and do whatever she wants in the kitchen, but we have a space where we won't be bothered. So I already have 2 people that are interested, so that's really cool. So I'll be able to do readings if people are interested that are local. I think that's really fun. What else is coming up? June, this should be, I'm not sure though, there was talk of canceling because Father's Day weekend. I'm like, well, you don't cancel a psychic fair on Father's Day weekend. People are going out and about and doing a lot of things. I think that's a good chance for drop-bys. So hopefully there's one June 15th. If not, that will be my last one, psychic fair, until September 7th. And then there's a whole bunch through until November. So I think I know a lot of the reason I can't sleep is because I want to get my van for my future, and it's kind of weighing on me. Mom could be around another 5 years or so, but my intuition is telling me no, I'm not getting it as strong, that she wouldn't make it through winter, but I'm still feeling like if she makes it through the winter, that it won't be long. We had a really good row, I would call it, a good, what would you call it? It's kind of like a blowout, but a blowout that cleared the air. And after we had that blowout that you could really feel the difference in the house, I felt like she's going to be around longer. If anybody's experienced that, had that feeling, let me know. I'd be interested. So that was really strange to feel the energy shift in her. Her energy shifted after that blowout, I guess argument, whatever it is you have between 2 people. I mean, You know, we all go through it, but it really cleared air. It was something that needed to happen. And I felt like it cleared things for her. And that this is not, I think she realized that me getting the van now is not about wanting her in the grave. It's about me to be prepared for that time when it does happen. And let me get off that subject and we'll go on to my next subject. So, I ordered a tarot deck. Oh my God, I had to get another tarot deck. Can you believe that? It's not my, you know, I got to be careful what I have for tarot decks, right? So, you know, if I'm going to end up in a van, I don't want to have a lot of stuff. See, I'm trying to purge now to get rid of everything. But I got a new deck because it really spoke to me. I got the Herbal Crafters Tarot. If anybody that has followed me for a while knows that I do have Michael Tierra's Herbal Tarot deck, and I don't like it because it's just, and this is literally what it is. So it's the herbs thrown on a deck with Rider-Waite-Smith on top of it. I don't feel that it married the tarot to the herbs at all. Not at all. It was based on the herbs and the elements out of Cunningham's book. And I just never felt, knowing what I'm about tarot and being an herbalist and being somebody stooped in the herbs for over 20 years, I was like, it just was not jiving with me. And that's why I got the Herbcraft Tarot, because that jives with me. It's all about the herbs here. We got the Fool. Now, I don't agree with the placement of some of the herbs, and I will go back to that, and I will explain why. But what I do love is it's all about the herbs. The herbs are front and center, and that's really important. I'll just go through real quickly. We got the Hierophant. Notice the square, and that was Hemlock. And we've got the Hierophant, which they have cacao. Now, I'm assuming they mean chocolate here. Because I think cacao and chocolate are different. Okay, and then we got the Lovers. We've got, what do we got? Hawthorne. Blah. Then we've got the Chariot, which is cedar. Like I said, I don't necessarily agree with the placement, but I love that it's all about strength. We have garlic. The Hermit, we have Yunsi, which is a moss. The Wheel of Fortune, we have we're missing one. Wait a minute. Was that 9? Yeah, the Hermit's 9, right? Yeah, okay. The Wheel of Fortune, we have the Kitchen Garden, which I think is really clever. And then we have Justice, which is cannabis. I'd like to see, the only thing I see that missing, there's no scale to weigh it out. Should be a scale, right? Hanged One, we got Burdock. We got Marigold for Death. And I do understand this, knowing a little bit about South American traditions. But not what I would have chose. And we got Camellia for Temperance, which I'll have to look up. I'm not sure what that herb is. I know most all. There's only a few that I don't know. Blackberry for the Devil. I think that has to do with the brambles. We got mushrooms for the Tower, which is not where I would put mushrooms. And we got Star for Cottonwood for the Star. Now, that, yeah, okay. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. We got Datura for the moon, or nightshade. That's what that is. Think of like belladonna. Although that's not belladonna, but it's the same family. And we got St. John's wort for the sun, which is not a bad choice at all. And then we have Tulsi for awakening. Tulsi is becoming very popular lately, so that makes sense. And then for the world, we have Pachamama. So this definitely has South American influences, for sure. Especially in the court cards. They are very South American. And then it goes through all the rest. But this is what I am going to do. So you may want to stay tuned. I see the borders and the things with the names. I find this to be a great teaching tool. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. So I'm going to tell you why I'm going to cut everything off, even what they represent, because it doesn't matter to me. This is why, and I'm going to explain why. Because this is considered the Fool. And I can understand that where she's going with this and why she calls this the Fool. Because after the dandelion blossoms, the seeds become really light and the wind blows them away. And there's no picture of them being blown away in here. Not only that, dandelion roots go down extremely deep, and they're very hard to get out of the ground. So it's really a very deep-rooted plant. So to me, I cannot associate that with the Fool, because the Fool is a journeyman, or the journey. It's about starting a journey. It's taking that leap of faith. And another thing she puts in, which makes sense if you talk about herbalism, dandelion is one of the best entry herbs, one of the greatest entry herbs into herbalism. So basically, she's setting this up as a learning about herbs. Now, in my major arcana, totally different. To me, the major arcana are the mother or the really intense herbs, not the beginning herbs. So that is why I'm going to cut all the white off these. And then, probably round the corners, get a really nice small corner punch, because the last one I got destroyed my corners. And use this as a teaching tool. And what I want to do is go through every single card with you. And I will let you know what she associates each plant with the card. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's going to be on my YouTube channel. Hopefully I will get to it and I won't get sidetracked, and I will keep my commitment. Sometimes that's hard for me to do because life changes and we have plans, and sometimes, but it's just taken 5 or 10 minutes to go through each card. I'm also looking for, I started tarot deck, herbal tarot deck, and I don't feel I'm the best artist for the job. I feel I have the vision, so I'm looking for an artist. Do you know anybody out there that's a good drawer and can draw plants really well and would be interested in working with me on making a deck? Is really good at drawing plants. It's not really my forte. My forte is interpreting plants, working with plants, having them speak to me and telling me where they want to be. And I have the conception for the drawing of how it's supposed to work. But to really put that drawing down, I don't feel like I have enough talent, because I am more of an abstract artist. And abstract is not really the way I want to go. I want the plants to look alive and look living. And that is not my type of artwork. So I'm looking for somebody that has that type of talent, that can do realistic and make plants look alive. Like, this is good, But it could be even more alive than what it is in these cars. I mean, these are excellent, don't get me wrong. So that's my update for the end of May, the beginning of June, and I keep rubbing my nose because I just took fire cider, homemade fire cider, and it just cleaning out everything. It needs cleaning out. So, many blessings to everyone, and remember to be wild. And watch out for the ticks. They're terrible this year.